Hey y'all, I just got a box here in the mail. This is from our buddy Eric Chappelle. Hey Eric, how's it going? Hope everybody's healthy up there, up in Saginaw. Um, yeah, he advertised on one of the classified pages on groups on Facebook that he was selling this exhaust pipe, this tune pipe, and it's for a it's actually a custom pipe. It's not even an OEM or a homologated pipe for the engine. It's for an IAME 175, the super shifter, right? The X30 super shifter or whatever it's called. It's 175 cc. And looking at the homologation sheet, obviously the picture of this pipe and the picture of the pipe on the homologation sheet for the IAME engine, the pipes actually looked physically different. So Eric has sent us a little note here. We'll go ahead and read that in a minute. I've already called the guy who made and developed the pipe, John at SRS Engines down in Texas. Talked to him this afternoon, really about what the physical differences were from the stock standard OEM pipe to this pipe that he has developed. The reason I wanted it, and I've got a 125, right, and this pipe, talking to John, was really tuned and developed for the 175, is what I've learned, folks. Yeah, see, he's taking exhaust temp from the big fat part, just like the pipe that I got from the Rivolis for the Yamaha for the vintage cart. They were also taking exhaust temp in the big fat section of the pipe as they were doing a little experimenting, I guess. Eric said he's never raced this pipe or run this pipe. I don't know that he ever raced the 175 engine on a road racing track, but man, this thing's in really good shape. It's literally brand new. I got a good deal on it. I'm not going to tell you how much because, you know, just because. But what we've noticed from the ICC homologation sheets for most all the manufacturers, at least the ones we looked into, the Pavesi, the TM, the Vortex, which we have, and then the newer stuff, the newer Vortex, which we have, the newer TMs, and especially the Modena. Looking at their homologation sheets for those engines when they went from ICC to KZ and progressed into the more late model engine. The volume, the total volume of the pipe, they give you that number on the homologation sheet as well as the length and this diameter and the second of each specific cone. So you'll know the diameter of the first bit and the second bit and how long it is on this end and this end. It really is interesting, and it's good, very good information, because what we've noticed is as the ICC engine progressed into the KZ engine and the newer homologations, the volume of the pipes have gone up, 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 up each time. Each time, even from vortex to vortex to vortex homologation of different motors, the volume of the pipe gets bigger. And what we've noticed, especially TM, same way. Check it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. You just Google TM K9B, K10, R1, and homologation sheet, all in one, and you'll find them. They're out there. They're out there for you to view. It's not anything that's secret, and everything's there. The configuration of the pipe, what looks different between this SRS 175, IAME 175 pipe and the stock standard pipe is it's longer here. And John did tell me today, he said, yes, it's longer. He didn't tell me by how much. But because I have this pipe that I can measure and the homologation sheet that has all the measurements on it, I can literally map this one out and find out exactly where they're different and what have you. But we're going to have to alter this pipe to fit on the laydown cart, right? Obviously, this 90-degree thing isn't going to work for us. We need more of a 45, right? So we do some cutting right on a weld, and we'll just rotate the cone to the angle we need, and then we'll tack it back together. Then we'll give it to Brother Rich, and he'll take it and TIG weld it all together. But it was a great price, man. Hardly more than what I paid for the MISI pipe from the Rivelis, which was also a fantastic deal. John told me this is a $565 pipe if he was to go sell it. So yeah, we're looking forward. These are the things we're going to test in April. We really want to run this on a new motor, so we're really going to have to get busy with what we're doing with the body work on the current car that we have with the old engine. But we'll bring you all that in later on. And this is just one of the things. This box here has been in the house here for a little while. I just haven't got around to messing with it. This is another test item. Yep, that's right. The great big 38 millimeter butterfly pump carb. We ran this on our RS Honda. Sean Menzel used it on a CR250 on the Anderson cart at Blackhawk. It's a fabulous carburetor. It's a Watercraft carburetor. It's a Kian CDK2, and it's got a high and low speed needle on there. It's got an accelerator pump built into it along with the pump stack. So it only and it's got a little, you really got to see the inside of it. It's got a little mechanism inside. It works like a float on a float ball carburetor. It really is super trick. It's also got an inlet, an outlet, and a pump line. So it only takes the amount of fuel it needs and then sends the rest of it in a return back to your fuel tank. So it's idiot proof, literally. You bolt it right on and it idles and runs and works real good. What we want to try on our ICC or KZ engine is a big bore carburetor without having to spend the $500, $600, $700, $800 on Electron or buying a used Delorto that's a big bore, because we're running a 30 millimeter carburetor. That's what comes with the motors, right? So yeah, I bought a rebuild kit for this thing. I haven't run it in years and years. It's been in a box out in the garage. So went to eBay and bought the air filter adapter here. This was like $15, man. It's nice. Can't make one for $15. And we got a gasket kit, a rebuild kit for it. So, and we're in the middle of making an aluminum plate to go on the engine that we can drill and tap to bolt this carburetor right to it, keeping the intake track real short, and a jumbo carburetor. So we want to test big carb. We want to test bigger volume pipe. Would be, obviously you'd like to be able to throw something on a dyno and get a database and see if you're going the right direction. But we'll know if the stopwatch says we're going faster, we're going faster. That's not a lie. So dyno's cool, excellent tool. Johnny, swears by it, and that's all good. But we don't race on a dyno. We race on a racetrack with crazy with the sun coming out and then going away, and the humidity changing as we're racing, and all kinds of factors going on. So dyno it's just like a wrench in a toolbox. It's a good tool, but you can't base everything on it. I mean, obviously it'll tell you in a fixed environment whether part A or part B are the better of the two in that fixed environment, but maybe not so much in an evolving, changing, realistic, real-time environment. So dyno good, dyno gospel, no, not as far as I'm concerned. So thanks, Eric. Cool, man. We're gonna. This thing is in the same shape at the header as our RVXX pipe is already. So we don't want to do anything about getting this to fit on the old motor. We're gonna have to get the newer engine. It's been sitting for a year over there all ready to go, and we're gonna have to either get it on another cart, get another cart ready for it, or be able to swap motors on and off the cart we've currently got. So that's what we're looking at. We're playing with getting a bigger carburetor rebuilt and ready to go, and an intake to fit the engine. And obviously, after we get the vintage project in and out, sometime between, say, mid-January and end of March, we want to have this stuff ready to go to test on the 125 in April. So just a quick update before we start bringing you more videos. I can put up the final seat video for John. He called me. I went to the just got back from the dentist, and John called me and said he got the box. He opened it up. He did a Facebook Live thing, him opening the box on Facebook. So that's pretty cool. He's super happy with it. So cool. Super happy about that. God bless John. Good luck. Be careful down there in Daytona. That's intimidating factor. 160 in a go-kart is completely possible with what the package he's got going. So again, Godspeed and be careful, buddy. We love you. Hang in there, folks. Keep your chin up. It's all good. It'll get better.